The equation 24x squared plus 2x equals 15 has two solutions. What is the greater of the two solutions? When you see x squared, your brain should automatically think parabola. This leading coefficient is positive, so my brain is picturing a positive parabola somewhere on the xy coordinate plane. Because it has two solutions, we need to think about this in terms of what is a solution. So this word solution actually has some other words you might have heard it called. Different math teachers call them different things. You might have heard it referred to as the x-intercept. You might have heard of them referred to as zeros or as roots. Depending on what the question is asking, we kind of use these words interchangeably. The x-intercepts are going to be the most helpful to us. So this question says that it is going to cross the x-axis twice. So wherever my x-axis is, my graph is going to hit it 2 different times. And it's saying, what is the greater of the two solutions? So this is kind of the picture I want you to have in your head. Now, most of the time, whenever I see x squared, my natural instinct is to want to factor. These numbers are pretty big, and I don't necessarily want to factor this, but I could hop straight over onto a graphing calculator. I am going to show you both graphing calculators, Desmos and the handheld, to see which one you would prefer. All right, guys, as you can tell, we are in our graphing calculator. The problem with this question is that the equation is not written how we can graph it in a handheld graphing calculator. So the question says 24x squared plus 2x equals 15. And if I'm going to graph in my graphing calculator, it has to be set equal to 0. Well, this question makes it really easy for us to set it equal to 0 because we are just going to subtract 15 on both sides of my equal sign. That makes a 0 pair on the right. And then on the left, we have 24x squared plus 2x and then minus 15. And now I'm able to type this into my graphing calculator. Now, where do I type it in? That's the next question. Right here is y equals. Anytime you're wanting to graph something, you're going to click y equals and it pops up with your equation that you're going to plot. So if I am typing in 24x squared plus 2x minus 15, I just type in 24. X is up here beside the alpha button. So you would type X, and then it wants to be squared. There's two options. I prefer this one on the left because it pops up the squared and then you get to continue writing. Another option is over here on the right. It's the, I call it the caret button, but it is your exponent button. However, it does not pop over where you continue typing. So if I typed this caret button and I typed squared and I kept typing the problem plus 2x minus 15, there's an issue. It kept writing up in the power. I don't want that to happen. So you could just push over and that wouldn't be a problem, but I want to show you how easy it is to do. If you just type that squared, bam, then you can keep typing and it's a lot more simple. So then we have plus 2x minus 15, and then you just click the word graph. That is my beautiful parabola graphed. Now, I can see that it has two solutions or two x-intercepts. It wants to know the greater of the two. Guys, if we use our brain, we can just know that the x-axis is a number line. Negative numbers to the left, positive numbers to the right. So the larger number is going to be the one on the right. Now, how do I find that number? You could just push over and kind of use that to guesstimate, but there's a really easy, more precise way of doing this. If you see this word up here called calc, it's going to calculate something for you. And so it's in blue, so we have to click our blue button first and then click trace, which gives us calc. Now I mentioned that is called the solution or the x-intercept or the root or the 0. So if I am looking for a 0, that's right here, number 2. I just click 2. And it asks the question, it says left bound. It wants you to go to the left of the number you're looking for. So right here, let me see if I can write on this. right here is the number that I'm looking for. So to the left of it is going to be below, and then to the right of it is going to be above. So I am below it where I'm at right now. This little cursor, he is below or to the left of that x-intercept. So I'm going to click enter, and the question changes to right bound. So now I'm going to scoot to the right, and I'm going to be above or to the right of that little point and click enter. And the question changed one more time, but the good news is you don't have to change anything. So anytime it says guess, you just push enter one more time. We have found the 0 or the x-intercept. If you notice, an x-intercept happens when your y value is 0. So our x-intercept is 0.75, also known as 3/4. So if I go back to the question, we know that the greater solution is 3/4, which is A. I also want to show you how to do this on Desmos because I think a lot of you might prefer Desmos to an actual handheld graphing calculator. On Desmos, there is no need to rewrite the equation. You can type it in exactly how you see it in the question. So we have 24x squared. You do have to push over to make sure you're not typing up there in the exponent. Plus 2x equals 15. And once again, like I said, you don't have to rewrite it for Desmos. It does just graph it. And I actually like Desmos a lot because you can just hover over those points and they tell you where they're located. You don't have to do any tracing or calculating or anything. So if I just hover over that point, it does give me 0.75, and that is the fraction 3/4. Now, if you don't know how to convert fractions to decimal, oh, good grief, I surely hope you do. You can actually type in the answer right here. Oh, I thought it was gonna, oh wait, I think it does. And you put it over on the side, it has a little fraction bar pop up and it will do it for you. I think it's cheating, but it really is pretty helpful for some of you. So don't freak out about the simple math. Use your resources to help you on a test. Now on homework and that kind of stuff, or on tests in our actual classes, let's use our brains, but on the ACT, let's use our resources. All right, so the answer is 3/4.